I've just finished watching another Laurel and Hardy picture as I mop up my remaining unwatched features by my favourite comedy team. This is another of their 1940s pictures that they made with 20th Century Fox. The Big Noise, in which they play a couple of janitors at a detective agency who dream of being private eyes and are hired by an eccentric inventor to protect his new invention, a super bomb called the Big Noise, which he is concerned is going to be stolen by enemy powers or gangsters or other people. The film is light on plot, to say the least, but it's another Laurel and Hardy picture where they feel inserted into another story rather than having their own story. If you watch their earlier films, the stories are always centred on Stan and Ollie. Here it's a completely separate story in which Stan and Ollie have been inserted, even though they are the main characters in the story. There are some retreads of old routines. There's the sequence with both of them sharing a sleeper compartment on a train from their short film Birthmarks. There are some new material. There's gags involving them playing poker. There are some prop gags with them sleeping in an entirely automated room because they stay in the inventor's house and he's invented all these crazy contraptions. So it feels like a Laurel and Hardy picture. It has the lightness of tone and a respect for the characters that some of their other Fox films didn't have. But nevertheless, it doesn't feel quite right. The fact that it was made during the Second World War and that it's overtly a patriotic film because the inventor wants to sell this idea to Washington, he wants to give them the idea so that they can use it against the enemy, and there are gangsters who want to steal it to sell it to a foreign power, and the film ends with Stan dropping the bomb out of a plane onto a Japanese submarine where the Japanese commander and a German officer on board all both hail Hitler before they're hit by the bomb and die. So it's kind of it's several different things. It's brisk, it's an hour and 11 minutes, it doesn't contain any annoying musical numbers in the way that some of their pictures do. Even some of their Hal Roach movies, like The Devil's Brother, have irrelevant musical numbers that go on forever and just get in the way, because that was apparently the kind of thing that people were supposed to enjoy in the 30s, or what they were told they were supposed to enjoy. If it's Stan and Ollie doing a musical number, great, because there's some comedy mixed in there. But if it's just a soprano who happens to be on the studio's books belting out an old folk song, I don't care, and I don't imagine that many people watching this video would either. So The Big Noise, far from being one of their worst films, as apparently it's reputed to be, is pretty entertaining. Again, it's a big step down from their work at Hal Roach, or their good work at Hal Roach. But it's far from awful. It's a big step up from the likes of Jitterbugs and Great Guns, their first two films at Fox. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it, and it's certainly a fun way to pass an hour and a quarter.